Hey y'all. Let's um let's do some hypnosis. No, my hair's all wet. I just got out the shower. Well, out the tub, and I was thinking the whole time I was washing my hair about making a video. There's this video that I think that I would like to have. I don't know if you would like to have it, but maybe I would like to have it. About really dialing in our responsibility. Now, here's something that used to piss me off when I first started working on myself. When I first started working on myself, I was going to psychologists, and these psychologists talk about locus of control. Do you know what I mean by locus of control? What that means is when they study the happiest people, they find that the happiest, most successful people all have what's called high locus of control, which means that they take control not in a like controlling way, not in a minding other people's business way. They take responsibility, that's the word. They take responsibility for what is theirs to be responsible for whenever possible. And when they study the unhappiest people, when they study the unhappiest people, they find that the unhappiest people have low locus of control, meaning that they have some kind of barrier to taking responsibility for the things that would make them happy. And to be fair, um, there's typically some kind of interference in their ability to take responsibility. Okay? Does that make sense? So let's use neuro linguistic programming, NLP, for those who know. And for those who don't, let's talk about what neuro linguistic programming is. Neuro linguistic programming is a thing that is totally made up whole cloth. Guy made it up one time. A guy who was basically into selling, for lack of a better description of what he was into. I don't want to say he was a flim flam artist or um, a, like a con artist or anything like that, because I don't know that that is necessarily an accurate thing. Um, but there's this guy whose name I will not mention. You can find out by Googling it, uh, who came up with it when he got pulled over by the police. He got pulled over by the police and talked his way out of a ticket. And he was between jobs, and he happened to have a computer programming book and a psychology book in the back seat of his car when the policeman asked what he does for a living, and he said, "I'm a neurolinguistic programmer." I made that shit up. Shows you what the power of the mind is for. So in making it up on the spot, and I'm probably not telling this story exactly precisely. In the tradition of neurolinguistic programming, right? So this is probably not the most precise story. It's probably not entirely accurate. I'm probably forgetting things or adding whatever. You know how our mind tends to work. Our mind tends to add and subtract from stories. Turns out that's what neurolinguistic programming exploits frequently. It's not the only thing neurolinguistic programming uses to make us happier, because we can use neurolinguistic programming to make us happier. We can also use neurolinguistic programming to make us sadder. So, what did this man do after he lied to the police? Well, he then began to study how people learn. He and another guy that went around and studied how people learned. He studied how the military learned. He studied how people who were the best therapists in the world got change in their therapy clients, and he did something called modeling. And modeling is basically one thing. It is basically stealing the neurological practices. Stealing is a cute term for modeling. Like borrowing their procedures for how they think. So you can borrow a person's neurological processes to make it easier to learn something that they are expert in. You can model experts. It's really rather easy to model experts. You can model anyone you want. We can make a whole video on that one day if you want. We could make a whole 17-hour series on modeling. I could show you all about it one day, a bunch of days if you want me to. Make sure you put that in the comments that you want to do that, and we'll do that. So anyway, we're going to use neurolinguistic programming to increase how we can be more responsible for our own happiness. What do you think? Is that something you want to do with me? Bet you do. Let's do this together. You and I, let's increase our ability to be responsible for our own happiness. Let's do that. So, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine your locus of control. And I don't know exactly what the root of the word locus is. I should have looked it up, but if I'm remembering correctly, it's on the order of a circle or a sphere of influence. So it's who we have influence over, which is us. We have entire influence over us. Everything from our nose to the back of our head to the floor and slightly above the tip of our head is entirely under our control. We can handle that for ourselves. That's what we can do. So what I want us to do is I want us to start by noticing the place where we sit. Either you're sitting or you're laying down or you're standing. It'd be nice if we were all sitting. But no matter what position you're in, you notice the very particular point where your body rests on the thing that you are sitting. And notice that point. And in that point, I want you to notice your root chakra. And your root chakra has another chakra attached to it by an energetic tether, and that is your Earth Star. And go to your Earth Star and take your Earth Star that tends to crawl up between your knees and bring it down to where it naturally should belong in the earth. It can go about a foot into the earth comfortably. And let's just encourage it to go into the earth. That's right. And notice we can drop another tether down from that Earth Star and send it down, down, down into the center of the earth. And we can notice Mother Gaia is in there in the earth. And we can look into the earth, into where our tether is connected to the center of the earth, and look to Mother Gaia and hand her a glowing golden rose and ask Mother Gaia for the most perfect energy of the earth to come up the tether, up into your Earth Star, up into your root chakra, activating your root chakra, activating your sacral chakra, activating your solar plexus chakra, activating your heart chakra, activating your throat chakra, activating your third eye chakra, activating your crown chakra, and noticing the tether from the crown chakra about a foot to 6 inches above is the sun, the solar chakra. That's right. This chakra here. And then there's a tether connecting that, going up, up, up into the cosmos, up into the great central sun, connecting to the great central sun, looking up into the great central sun, to God, Source, the universe, Lord of all things holy, offering God a glowing golden rose and asking for the most perfect cosmic energy to come down the tether, down to the sun star, down to your crown chakra, down to your third eye, down to your third chakra, down to your heart chakra, down to your solar plexus. And in your solar plexus, the earth energy and the sun energy are combining to the perfect energy for us to grow our ability to be responsible for the things that make us happy, the things that make us better. So let's hold that energy in the perfect balance and notice that we can grow this energy. We can take this electromagnetic field that is our aura, that is our biofield, and we can grow it and make it healthy. We can put a rose that's 10 feet tall, 6 feet away, and attach our biofield to that rose, and one behind us. Attach our biofield to that, 6 feet away, and another one. Notice what color of that rose makes you feel the most healthy, the most safe. Put one to the right and one to the left. Notice it feels best when you put a picture of yourself right in the top of that rose, that rosebud. Straighten that rose out. Put it as in the perfect spot. Straighten it, make it the perfect height for you. That's right. So now that you have your biofield, now that you have your roses in place for protection, so that you can protect your energy, now that you have the perfect channel of energy from the great central sun and from the earth, deep within the earth, perfect balance inside of your biofield, inside of your aura. Let's center ourselves. Notice you don't want to be too far forward. You don't want to be too far back. You don't want to be too far to the left. You don't want to be too far to the right. You want to be centered perfectly in the center of your biofield. That's right. That's right. Notice that it might take some convincing your higher self that it's okay to be right in the center. But now that we're centered, we know that there is something that's preventing us from being as responsible for our happiness as we can. Find the place in our body where that thing is and pull it out. Just start to pull it. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it all the way out. What color is this thing? Which direction is it spinning? Mine's going this way. Let's reverse the spin. Spin it in the opposite way. Faster, faster, faster and faster. Faster and faster and faster, 1,000 times faster, 1,000,000 times faster. Faster, 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 faster. It explodes. Gather up all the pieces and push it back into your body. Notice how that feels. Notice how you automatically feel as though you have more personal power. That's right. Notice another place that's stopping you from being responsible for your own personal happiness. Pull all of that out. Pull it all out. Notice which way is it spinning. Yeah, it's spinning this way for me again. Let's spin it opposite way. Opposite way. Faster. 1,000 times faster. Notice what color it is. Notice if it's changing color. 1,000,000 times faster. 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 Explodes. Gather it up. Gather up the pieces. Slam it back into your body and notice how much personal power you have now. Find the seat of your personal power. Notice that. Let's put a button over here with a dial. Let's crank that dial up, up, up. Crank it all the way up. Remember that line from Spinal Tap? This one goes up to 11. That's right. This amp goes up to 11. Now press the button to turn it on. That's right. Notice how much personal power you have. Now let's double it by pressing the button again. Triple it. Quadruple it. Press the button again. And again, just keep tapping on that button. That's right. Increasing your personal power. That's right. Okay. Now just when you think it can't get any better than this, let's increase your personal power 10 times. That's right. You know how to do it. Press that button. Ooh, it's starting to make my ears buzz. That's nice. That's right. You're taking a deep breath and releasing it. And you're noticing that you can have personal power and be relaxed at the same time. For how many of you is this an enlightening experience? That's right. Noticing your personal power and your relaxation at the same time. That's right. Okay, let's make this permanent. Back in the 70s, when we were all kids, our moms had this beautiful Tupperware containers that had these nice seals on it. Let's put ourselves in this nice sealed Tupperware container to retain this beautiful state. Click it. like get that sound of Tupperware and burp it, get the gas out of it so that it is perfectly vacuum sealed in that Tupperware container. Retain this state of personal power. And I want you to go on into this next week knowing that you have the power to make yourself happy. Put in the comments all the ways that you made yourself happy this week. I love you. Let's keep going. Let's keep this going and tell me about it, and we'll make some more videos about improving our lives. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.